Hey guys, this is Shane Guns with 365 Radio Network, and I'm on the phone today with Victims of Sanity. What's up, guys?
Hey, man, what's happening?
Hey, we're doing. Okay, so let's introduce the band.
I'm James Bennett, vocals. Noah Box, bass master extraordinaire.
TJ, drums.
Trevor, guitar.
Jeremiah, guitar.
Awesome. So, James, let's start off with you since you're the vocalist. I want to know some of your influences as the lead singer.
Really, my influences, I can't really say come from music itself other than just life itself and the way I perceive it.
Awesome. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. So, Noah, as the low end of the spectrum there in the band, what are your influences?
Well, I try to let the music that I'm playing along with be the influence, but no, I'd have to say, Jocko, all those old cats that were really awesome. Rocco from Tower of Power and Jocko Pastorius are probably my two favorite bass players.
Right. So, very, very, very cool. Not very often do I get somebody who mentions Jocko Pastoria, which is, historically a great jazz bassist and so forth and so on. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So, as far as guitars go, the lead guitarist.
Yes, sir.
How does that work for you? What are your influences?
Really, man, I come from kind of from the old school days, and really like B.B. King, Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'm just a glorified blues player in a rock band, and somehow we end up making it work.
Right, exactly. I hear you. Those are some really good influences, and not often, when I interview somebody that B.B. King comes up, but yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, drums. Let's hear it from you.
Yes, I'm old school rocker, hairband, Zeppelin, all the good old stuff.
Right.
A lot of soul comes from the drums.
Awesome, very cool. So, I know that we connected, Noah and I connected a while back. It's been about a year or so. I think he was doing something at the time, and then here recently, since I got on radio, we connected again, and I featured you guys a couple months ago, and you sent me a couple of songs. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And I played those, and those are pretty well received, but most recently, Noah and I really connected, and we started talking about the new stuff. And the other day, he sent me the stuff to be played on the radio, and Bruised and Battered. I'm sorry, I didn't say the name correctly.
We love the way you name our songs. In fact, we've changed the name of the song to Rooftop Masters, and now we have Battered and Bruised Masters. So thank you, Shane.
Awesome. That's just really cool. So yeah,
well, we do have one more guitar player.
Oh yeah, we do have a left-handed guitar player.
Oh, there we go.
So Doug. Yeah, and it's funny because he's the one that does up the Running Man and all that crap on stage. So.
Awesome.
Hi, Batman. Tell him who you are.
Oh, yeah, I don't really do anything. Like I said, I just would do the Running Man on stage. That's about it. But as far as influences wise goes, it's mostly modern stuff, I guess. Just open chord crap, really.
Right. Awesome.
And what's your name, sir?
Trevor, I told him that earlier.
Trevor. Yes, Trevor. Well, as long as it's not the same four chords, and you make AC/DC famous, I guess you're good.
There you go, man.
So anyway, so let's get back to the songs, the most recent songs off the upcoming EP, which is going to be released on April 23rd down at Clicks and Tyler. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about where Bruised and Battered came from.
Bruised and Battered just came from the soul, man, speaking the truth, trying to open people's minds to being who they are and being free and not letting conformity decide who they're going to be.
Right.
In other words, McDonald's is not where you want to eat every day.
Right, exactly. Now, the other song that I have, I have most of the EP. I don't have all of them, I don't think. But I have most of the EP. The two songs that I picked to play of course, now going to the second song, which is Daylight. Let's talk about that song.
Daylight. Yeah, it's basically kind of along the same lines. You know, you can perceive everything as darkness, but if you can just be the light, you know, then man, I wish I could have prepared a better answer for you, but
Here, I'll answer it.
okay, yeah,
All I can say is there's a part right before it gets going there where he says something that we really stand by 100%. And that is, you got to take time to pick up someone that's fallen down.
yeah,
Right.
And there's never too much time.
yeah. You can't ever waste time loving someone.
That's right.
You know, you can't ever waste time on love. But yeah, and if we could all come together under that same umbrella, which is said in that song, that same umbrella of love, then we could all be ourselves and not have to worry about people judging us and yeah, basically that's it.
It's all about choice.
Yeah,
Right.
Between fear and love.
it's a perception. You know, we want to change people's perception, and that's really what it's all about. You know, open their mind to a new way of thinking
And think critically for themselves.
Yeah, and think for themselves, and not only and be proud of the way they're thinking for themselves. You know,
Right.
all have a different purpose.
Right.
Stand up and fight.
Yeah,
Get up and fight.
Stand up and fight.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Guy's bigger than you, then haul at.
No, they get your homeboy in your bed and then fight with him.
really, you thought him with a hug. You know, you thought him with a hug.
This guy will hug the fuck out.
Hold them to the ground until they submit.
It's like Grizzly Adams on
Top of the stack brand.
yeah, with a really bad drunk where he hugs everything.
Very cool. So I know you guys are, like I said, are playing down in the Clicks on the 23rd for your EP release. And I know a Dallas band is on that bill as well, Vision Red, and I think you have Passion for Vengeance, and there's one.
They're out of Tyler, and we have a New Horizon out of Nacogdoches, which is a phenomenal act.
Awesome.
We were fans of all of them.
Yeah, we were definitely fans of all of them.
Yeah, very cool. Well, I know I've featured Vision Red on my show a time or two, and it's been pretty well received. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
They're good guys. Good guys.
They really are. They're very gracious and very kind. So really good guys. So besides gigging down in your neck of the woods, have you been anywhere else besides East Texas?
Yeah, we've had the opportunity to actually go and play at the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood, California.
Okay.
It was quite a few years ago, and not all the same band members as what we have now, but it's something that we've tucked in our belt, and we've done it. We want to do it again and kind of claim redemption. Especially with the group of guys we have now and the music that we're putting out now.
Right.
But we've done shows all over Texas, Louisiana. We're looking to kind of branch out a little bit further, jump a few states.
Awesome, very cool. Well, I know even touring on the small scale is no small feat in itself, and it can be quite expensive. So,
but we have a Texas Havoc tour coming up. It's gonna run all the way from up here in the Tyler and Dallas area, all the way down to Corpus Christi. Every weekend.
Waco, Houston, Austin.
Yeah. It's going to run all the way through June and July. So, and if you can't catch one of our shows, you can always go to victimsofsanity.com and buy a CD or T-shirt at that site as well.
Oh, very cool. Okay, speaking of your music, I know that when Noah sent me the tracks off the EP, especially Bruised and Battered and Daylight, those two songs, when I first heard those songs, because he said, you're going to like these songs. They're really, really good, and I play bass because you're going to like it. So when I first heard it, I was like, oh, wow, this is just too cool. It's heavy, it's good. but it's different than a lot of stuff that's out there right now. I mean, because typically, I lean towards the metal and I lean towards the heavy stuff, but this just kind of took me back to just your raw, early '90s type stuff.
Yeah.
If you will.
Yeah. And that's the clash between all the different musicians that we have. We let everybody put their own flavor on it, and what it creates is what it creates.
Right.
Actually, I think I figured it out. What it is it just now made it to 1990 out here in the woods. I don't think that they've even. I mean, there's girls still wearing like Jordache and what is it?
So in other words, it's fucking beautiful. The 90s rocks, we all know that.
Yeah. Well, because normally, I get, and I don't bash on any band or musicians, but, normally I get the real heavy stuff, and I like the heavy stuff, but when I get something like what I got, from you guys, it's different and it's unique, and it's got a very tight rhythm. It's got some hellacious riffs, and it's just very, very good, and you can tell that the chemistry between you guys is very, very tight.
Yes. We like to think of ourselves as brothers, and and we also make it a point to skateboard together at least once a month.
We borrow each other's Chinko jeans.
Oh, and sporting your Jimmy Z t-shirts.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, like I said, this stuff is really, really good, and I'm really excited to see what comes out of the EP release, and then with your tour coming up in June and July, because you guys need to be heard. You guys need to be out there, in support of this music, because it's like I said, it's one-of-a-kind stuff, and I hope that it does really, really well.
Thank you. Thanks, Shane. And Shane, we appreciate you, man, and we will continue to do our best to represent the Texas music scene, man. And,
Well, again, you guys, I'm grateful for the opportunity to spin your music and to, spotlight you guys and put you guys out there, because that's what we do. We pick, some of the best and we present it and hope that our listeners like it. Which last night, I have a feeling that you guys were well received without any issues.
Oh man, that's great. And thank you to your listeners, man. Y'all just keep rocking, man.
Exactly.
We'll go around.
So, where can we find your music?
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're the one.
I know, we're going to have a scuffle real quick.
All right, hang on.
Who's going to be?
I'm an arm wrestler.
Paper, rock, scissors, guys. Make this shit happen.
1, 2, 3. Right now, man, we are, as we said, releasing the CD. You can always buy it at a show. We do have a Reverb Nation website. You can go to reverbnation.com/Victims of Sanity, all one word. It does have all our shows there. So we'd be more than happy to meet you as well as provide you with our music. And it's definitely an experience to be at a show, and it's definitely great music to listen to on your way to work.
Right.
This other place is, of course, victimsofsanity.com, like James said. We do have a store there, and you can buy anything. So if you don't catch our show, you still want to hear more of our music, man, you can always go there and buy it as well.
Right.
We'll also be on all the Spotify, iTunes, and so forth, but we're going to launch our digital sales a little later on after we do the CDs. We want to meet the people that listen to our music.
Right, exactly. That's a good idea. A very good idea to wait, until you've done the EP release and then go digital. I think that's a good idea. So, anyway. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up this interview, but I do want to come back and revisit at another time, maybe after the EP is released and you've been out there for a few months and, get some reception from the CD. So,
we look forward to it.
We do.
Okay, awesome. And again, guys.
Oh, you say something, Trevor. Put some bass in it this time.
That's your job. What you've been missing.
Right, exactly. So, all right, guys. Well, I thank you very much for this opportunity, and I'll have this out probably within the next couple of days for you guys to listen to.
Well, hey, man, thanks a lot, Shane.
Right.
Thanks, Shane. Yeah, thanks, Shane. Appreciate it, bud.
All right, thank you, guys.